indeed, folks. It's the illusion of choice! Blizzard does not allow choice. Blizzard is the thought police. However, we are not Blizzard, so you get a choice. Let's have a look and see what we have. This one's good. I like this. Let's go with this. My name is Holly Berry. I'm a level 80 druid from Feathermoon. Everyone say hi, Holly Berry. Hi, Holly Berry! Oh, God. Hey, Total Biscuit, I was reading Big Bear Butt's blog. Why? Why were you doing that? Why would you read that blog? Seriously. That guy's known for making up a lot of crap. Let me put it that way. Anyway, he brought up an interesting point. Well, he does do that from time to time, I will admit. Generally speaking, it's borrowed from other people from about 6 months ago, once people have forgotten who posted it originally, but hey. A lot of players are looking forward to Cataclysm. Shocker. They seem to think that it will turn Vanilla WoW 0.0 into Vanilla WoW, WoW 2.0. Okay. So, now, while Blizzard has said that they're wanting to freshen up Azeroth, but with 5 levels of new endgame content, and of course, having to fill that with enough to keep players engaged, do you think hopes are still too high? Blizzard has admitted, if I recall, that most zones are getting minor changes, trying to slash quests and make things more streamlined, but it's still mostly the same zones. Do you think players are getting their hopes a little bit too high, and that's going to taint the launch of Cataclysm? Okay, here's a universal truth for you. Players are subject to various issues, including self-inflicted hyperbole and utterly unreasonable expectations. Is this going to taint the launch of Cataclysm? No. Why? Because they don't matter. Nothing these people say is remotely important. At all. So, here's the thing. These people will complain and they will whine and they will come up with all of these different interpretations and nobody will listen. And they won't cancel their subs because they are too invested. If I've learned anything, is that WoW players have no cojones whatsoever, to the point where if they quit the game, if they actually manage to quit the game, and of course you then see them online a month later, they have to post about it. They think it's worthy of attention. Such nonsense, such garbage, such entitled, ridiculous attitude. No, it doesn't matter. So, I think that Blizzard revamping the world is a very good thing. I don't think they're going to go crazy with it, but I think it will be enough perhaps to interest me. I'm hoping they will take some of the lessons learned from Wrath and, of course, TBC and create some good stuff. I'm hoping they might revisit the dungeons. Really. I want them to go and have a look at the old stuff, the old dungeons, and see whether or not they can make them a little bit more interesting. Revamp those items like you did before. Make a few new bosses. Maybe change some of the existing ones. Change the trash around. Deal with the instances that just are absolutely horrible, like Sunken Temple. Deal with it. Make it so that I want to go through again, because I like dungeons, and if those dungeons are new and freshened up, then I will go back in them again. So I would suggest to Blizzard that they do that. As regards to questing, well, more stuff like Wrath. Sort out the storylines. Make things more interesting and more involved. Get some zone-wide antagonists involved in there. Now, if I'm facing off against something in a zone, then for God's sake, bring it into the story in a meaningful manner. Let me see it. Let me fight it. Let it kick my ass. Make that happen. Make leveling more interesting in that regard. As regards to the terrain, yeah, revamping the terrain is a good thing. I don't think anyone's going to doubt that. Making Desolus a little less boring, that would be nice. Making the Barrens a little less boring. Redesigning the quest hubs and making leveling an overall a better experience. This is what you got to bear in mind. It's going to have to be relatively extensive. And the reason for this is the recent announcement by, I believe it was Mike Mulhane, that said something like 70% of players don't get past level 10. Yeah, that's bad. They need to look into player retention. They need to look into extending the game's lifespan by encouraging people to do alts. The only way you're going to do that is making that content more interesting, folks. Really. Absolutely no way whatsoever that I am going to touch that with a 10-foot pole unless they make it more interesting. It's as simple as that. So just bear that in mind. Should be rather important to you, should be rather vital to look into that. I think they will, honestly. Because money talks, ladies and gentlemen. The expansion is a good opportunity to get new players into the game because it increases the shelf presence and, of course, there's a new marketing blitz surrounding it. Make it happen, Blizzard. Make it interesting. I will roll an ult. Give me Vorpaltinga form, and that ult will be a Troll Druid. The correct class. think we're about done, folks. Let's get some shout-outs done. Email them into themurloc@gmail.com. That is themurloc@gmail.com. Now, while I am waiting for some shout-outs via that IRC and Twitter, that's at Total Biscuit, of course, then I would like to talk very briefly about a ongoing contest going for another couple of days. If you want to win some extra GOG games for your collection, you can do that. It's prize draw. Go and have a look at the Cynical Brit Twitter. That's twitter.com/CynicalBrit. Look for the message that says retweet this to win 2 GOG games. If we get more than 200 retweets, we will add additional games to the prize packages. So more winners will be available. Go do it. Go create a Twitter account if you don't already. Go retweet it. And that'll be awesome. You should go listen to that interview as well. It's with the guy from GOG. He's very interesting. Very cool guy indeed. Right, shout-out time, folks. Get him in. Get him in via PM on IRC. Email them to themurloc@gmail.com, and everything will be good, and I will be happy with you. Let's do it. Hail and salutations to TB, the most hated and evil host of shows. You dare look upon the host of shows? I shall live I. I'd have been a better voice actor than that guy. It wouldn't take much. Can I get a shout out to my friends Driol? What the hell is that? Farja Bikdu and Meffin on Discwood. Discworld server, that would be great, wouldn't it? Discwood US. All hail before the Murloc. That's from Rethgal. Oh, God. Crazy stuff. Hey, TB, can I get a shout out to the Crimson Guard on Ghostlands EU? We are a small guild, and most members have never stopped or indeed stepped inside a raid instance before. We're about to begin progress in Nax 10 this week. Hell yeah, Nax 10. We're going from the ground up. Well, you know what? If they've never raided before, I think they'll be cool with that. Sounds nifty. I wish I could reset. I wish I could put the reset button and have Nax be fun again. But it never happens. Okay, more shout-out, folks. A shout-out to the new Sony Vaio laptop that Nymph has acquired. There you go. A shout-out to the guild, Knights of the Round on Uldaman US. That is from Sean Caster. Can I get a shout-out to the 30% ICC buff for getting us to 110k HP Bear Tank when he pops Survival Instincts Plux? Awesome idea. Terrible idea, I think you mean by that. Ugh, that's nasty. It really is. Why would you support such a thing? Why would you do that? I cannot imagine. I want to give a special shout-out because I heard that there's going to be some kind of special announcement, and I don't know, it doesn't sound all that great, unfortunately, on VTWProductions.com. It sounds a little serious, so I suggest you might want to check it out at 6 PM EST, that's 11 GMT. So that's in, what would that be, about an hour and a half from now? Yeah, on VTWProductions.com. I do hope everything's okay with Emperor, so you might want to listen to that. It sounds serious. Definitely worthy of your attention. Let's have a look out. Shout out to... let's have a look. A shout out to me, apparently, for being a grumpy bastard. And yeah, that about covers it. And a shout out to you for giving us news without all the journalism of WoW.com. You don't get news from me, you get ranting, comments, and spurging. Those are the things that you get from me, folks. But Lou seems to be of a different belief. He is wrong, but whatever. Lou, a.k.a. Verix of Argent Dawn US, sends that one in. Yes, indeed. I think we're about done. No, actually, no, I can fit in a couple more. A shout out to OMG, it's Jay for just dinging. OMG, it's Jay! You just dinged. Congratulations. A shout out to Inglorious Gankers Guild on Magtheridon EU Alliance. And a shout out to me for getting upsetted after my interview to college today. That's from Kiruma. A shout out to my little guild, the Seraphim Nocturnus. And a grats on the Blood Queen kill. Even if you did it without me, I still love you guys on the DB server. Actually, we did that as well. We have killed the Blood Queen. It's awesome. Good fight. I like it. Too much lag in there, though. And a shout out to Rimbal. My failed attempt at an alt and air, he still sucks. That's from Saracen. There you go. You can do it. You can do it. I'm done, folks. Quite frankly. I would actually know one final shout out to Baron Susden, the legendary Machinima, or Machinimator, whichever you prefer. He's got his YouTube account back after it was unfairly banned, so congratulations for beating the system, which very few people manage. Very impressive. I'm about done, folks. I am out of here. Check out the rest of my shows on cynicalbrit.com. Keep an eye on the website every day. There's always new content going up there. Lots and lots of good stuff. Thank you ever so much for listening. If you do want to leave a tip in the tip jar, you can do that. There's now a recognition wall for those who want to leave a message with their tip. They can do that. cynicalbrit.com. Look at any of the episode pages. There's a Tip the Brit button. It's always very much appreciated and indeed very humbling that people believe this show deserves some monetary recompense. Shall try and do my best for you, as always. I've been Total Biscuit. This has been Blue Please for the 5th of March. I'm out of here, folks. Good night.